The state of Colorado has been a hotbed for the fracking industry for quite a long time now. And recently, in the town of Greeley, Colorado, a fracking company had a permit to create a new fracking well near a mostly white charter school. It was 77% white, this charter school was. The wealthier folks went to this charter school. And when the wealthy folks found out about it, they were super mad. They didn't want a fracking well near their precious little children. I mean, hell, we don't know what chemicals they're pumping into the ground, but we do know that it's going to come through in the groundwater and the drinking water. So we don't want to poison our children, which is a very reasonable response. So the fracking company, instead of just saying, okay, we're not going to frack in this area, they just decided to move their well. And instead of fracking near the mostly white school, they're now fracking at a mostly black school. The school they're fracking at right now has 87% of the students in it are children of color, non-white students. And nobody thinks that that's a problem. But yeah, everybody got super pissed when they were going to frack near the rich white kids, but now that they're over here near the black kids, yeah, sure, fine, that, whatever. Go ahead and put your chemicals into the ground. Doesn't matter if they drink it, if they play in it. This fracking well is 1,360 feet from the school. That's it. It's not like we're talking a couple miles down the road. 1,300 feet away from children, poisoning them every day with the pollutants going up into the air, poisoning them slowly with the pollutants going into the earth, into the groundwater. But nobody cares because it's environmental racism. And people don't even like to admit that that exists, but that is what's happening here. And this is a story that's all too common throughout the United States. When you go and look at where these companies, the fracking companies dumping their waste, industrial plants dumping their toxic waste, where does it happen? It doesn't happen in the rich white neighborhoods because the rich white people know, hey, I have a little bit of power because I'm rich and white, so I can go out there and make a fuss and they'll move it. And it goes to the poor communities, the communities of color, the people who don't have a voice, the people who can't stand up for themselves, the people working 2 or 3 jobs just to be able to feed their family. So they don't have time to go out and protest and picket or go to a city council meeting because they're working another job. That's why this happens. They have been so screwed over by the system that they continue to get screwed over because they can't even speak out against the system because of how screwed over they actually are. It is an endless cycle and it is done intentionally by these corporations, and it's not going to stop. We now have a school district in Colorado where children of color are being poisoned by the fracking industry because the United States refuses to kick our fossil fuel habit, because we refuse to switch over to renewable energy like so many other smarter countries are doing. Look over in Europe what's happening. You have some areas that are creating so much renewable energy that they're having to sell it to other countries because they can't even use it all. But here in the United States, we're cutting subsidies for renewable energy. We're making it harder for them to operate. And at the same time saying, oh yeah, don't mind those kids over there playing in the playground. Feel free to frack right here because those are poor black kids and we just don't care about them. That's the way the United States operates today. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is 100% environmental racism. It happens all over this country and it happens all the time. If you're thinking about subscribing to our channel, I strongly encourage you to do that. But if you're not thinking about subscribing, I would encourage you to start thinking about it, and then once you're thinking about it, actually go and do it. You can see the subscribe button right there on the screen, or if you're watching on a different platform, go to youtube.com/theringoffire.